Hello everyone, and welcome to our channel animation rundown for another awesome movie recap. Today, we will be recapping the movie Turok, Son of Stone. The movie begins with Turok, Nashoba, and Catori playing with each other and find themselves in front of a rival group of Native Americans who try to kill Turok. Turok goes out of control and kills them all, and out of rage, he ends up attacking his own brother, Nashoba. Although Turok's father and the tribe's chief defend him, the tribe's medicine man still proceeds to exile Turok to prevent bloodshed. After 16 years, Nashoba and Catori's son, Andar, stumble on Turok. He tells Turok about everything that's happening in the village, how Nashoba survived Turok's attack, and how a war broke out between their tribe and the villain tribe led by Chichak. Turok declines to help them, but later finds out that Chichak's tribe had killed multiple tribesmen, including his own brother, leaving all the women and children alone. Turok promised his dying brother that he will protect the tribe from now on. Andar and Turok find out that Chichak is the son of the leader of the tribe that Turok killed. They follow Chichak as he tries to escape, holding Catori hostage. The duo almost defeats Chichak in the cave that he was trying to hide if not for the terror bird that interrupts their battle. As Turok and Andar try to fend off the bird, Chichak runs further into the cave with Catori. While venturing further into the cave, the two end up finding the lost lands. They hear stamping noises and mistake them for buffaloes when they are actually a herd of ankylosaurus. Running away from them, they find Chichak and Catori trying to fight off Carnotauruses. Turok, Andar, and Catori escape from Chichak and Carnotauruses by getting on a log down the river. During their river ride, the trio sees many more sensational animals of the Lost Lands and is amazed by each one of them. When they arrive at the shore, they find a Native American tribe coming towards them, riding on tamed terror birds. They are taken to the chief of the tribe, Sapinta. Sapinta is also informed that Turok has killed a long-necked creature named plesiosaur. Turok tells Sapinta how they found the Lost Lands by chance, but she does not easily believe him. On the other hand, Chichak sees some cavemen. The cavemen attack him, but Chichak defeats many of them and kills the caveman king, and subsequently becomes the new caveman king. He now has complete authority over them. Meanwhile, to prove that they have not come with bad intentions, Sapinta tells Turok and the others to bring an egg from the nest of a pteranodon. Koba takes them to the nest, and Turok insists that he be the one to retrieve the egg. After much struggle, Turok snaps the neck of one of the parents' pteranodon and brings the egg safely to the tribal people. But he couldn't enjoy the triumph as he fainted soon after because of the injury he got while fighting the plesiosaur. At the same time, Chichak seemed to be having mighty fun while eating the grand dinner that he was being served. Suddenly, he is taken over by the urge to go and find his enemies. While the cavemen try to call their king down, he kills one of them. He uses the blood from the caveman to make some markings on the wall. He then asked the people if they had seen these markings anywhere. Frightened and afraid, they pointed him to the place that he was looking for. Back at the cliff village, everyone was rejoicing at the capture of the pteranodon egg. Sapinta makes the markings on the forehead of Andar and Catori, to which Andar whispers to his mother how it is the very same markings that their tribe uses. While everyone is talking about the pteranodon egg after it's cooked, Turok steps out of the tent completely healed and spots a shaman. The two conversed, but after a while the mysterious shaman disappeared. Andar seems to be blending well with the people of the cliff village and even hunts with them. Catori finds out that they use rocks instead of blades and teaches them how to use one. Both Andar and his mother, Catori, are having fun with the village people and have also made a lot of friends. But the same cannot be said for Turok. When Sapinta gave his weapons back to him, she told him that he could stay in the underworld because it was now his home. To that, Turok replied that he had no home and that he and his family will be leaving the first thing the next morning. Expectedly, Sapinta was upset, but what none of them were aware of was that Chichak was advancing toward them. He had already beaten the gate security and made a safe path for his cavemen to enter and put his plan into effect. Turok hears a noise outside his cave, thinking it's Sapinta, as he comes outside, only to find him face to face with the caveman. Surprisingly, it looks like Turok has to put a lot of effort to kill that one caveman. And by the time he killed only one caveman, many others had already started attacking the people of the cliff village. Turok asks Sapinta why it was so hard to kill these cavemen. She answers by saying that these cavemen aren't men at all, but she couldn't complete her sentence as a caveman impales her. Turok saves her but has no time to rest as he sees Andar and Catori being attacked by one of them. He rescues them as well and tells them to stay in the opening and that if they are cornered, the caveman will kill them. Turok then runs to Koba's side to side with him. Koba notices Chichak and follows him along with another villager. Chichak kills the other villager and injures Koba's right leg. Still, Koba fights him and his cavemen bravely and causes a hole in the bridge. Due to this, many cavemen fell into the cliff and a giant gap stands between Chichak and the cliff village. Sapinta asks Turok who Chichak was and Turok answers her by telling her that he was his sworn enemy. In the end, Turok had to hold off Sapinta as he cuts off the bridge, sending the other cavemen and Koba as well down the void. Chichak menacingly claims that he will not rest until he kills Turok. The next day, the remaining villagers gather the dead body of the killed villagers. They blamed Turok for all of this, saying that he brought doom upon their village and blamed him for Koba's death. Sapinta would not hear any of this and tell of her villagers for their behavior. But Turok tells Sapinta that it was now time for his family to return to their world. However, Catori says that she and Undar will be staying with Sapinta and will go wherever her tribe goes. She did leave a charm behind with Turok so that he had some luck with him. Bidding farewell, Sapinta tells Turok that if he ever changes his mind, then he can follow the setting sun past the mountain with 2 peaks. While walking, Turok finds the tracks of the cavemen and decides to follow them. After a long time, he finally finds himself face to face with the lair of the cavemen. But this turns out to be a bad choice as one of the cavemen hits him and he falls unconscious. When he wakes up, he finds himself tied up and facing Chichak. Chichak asks Turok where Undar and Catori are, but Turok does not answer him. Because of this, Chichak starts slashing him with a knife. As he starts fainting, Turok starts having flashbacks about Catori's charm and his brother's death and discovers that he was just imagining the shaman, and that was actually his brother who gave him a valuable lesson. When he wakes up, Chichak comes back with Undar and tells him that he found him as Undar secretly followed Turok. Turok gives in and tells Chichak where the cliff people were, and Chichak leaves them under the eye of 2 cavemen. After Chichak leaves, Turok and Undar attack them and leave the cave. Because of Turok's blood, a Carnotaurus finds them, but Turok amazingly tames him. At the same time, Catori pleads with Sapinta to turn back and help her find Undar. She does not listen to her because then all the lives of the tribe people will be at stake. She told Catori that Undar is not a child, so if something happens to him, then it is his mistake. At that very moment, the cavemen attack the villagers. Chichak single-handedly kills of many of them. One of the cavemen is about to kill Catori, but he staves her, saying that he will kill her himself. Then suddenly, the Carnotaurus that Turok and Ardan were riding in arrives and helps them to kill off many of the cavemen. Chichak quickly turns toward Turok to kill him and shoots an arrow towards Sapinta that goes through her head. Out of rage, Turok attacks and wounds his neck, which leads him to his death. Turok left the Carnotaurus so that it can finish off the rest of the cave dwellers. He heads back to the villages where the deceased Sapinta was. All of them gather to grieve the death of a great chief, and the film ends with the screen panning towards the sky. That's it for the video. Don't forget to like and share, and if you want to watch more exciting movie recaps, then subscribe to our channel Animation Rundown.